Welcome to the DTFH. Friends, my DMs have been blowing up with lots of people asking me my thoughts on the assassination of the insurance CEO, whose name I can't remember. What's his name, Josh? The insurance? I should know that.
It's Thompson, Brian Thompson.
Okay. Welcome to the DTFH. Folks, lately my DMs have been blowing up with lots of people wondering my thoughts on what happened to Brian Thompson, the murder of Brian Thompson. And, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I think. And I this is why I love the news, because it sort of helps me align with what I should be thinking and doing. And unfortunately, the internet has been out of my house. I haven't really had access to the news. So, yeah, I don't know what to think or what to do. I've been quite confused. And, you know, just as it often happens in this beautiful, magical universe, synchronicity showed its beautiful face to me. And I got a handwritten letter in beautiful calligraphy from former guest Donny Rothschild, heir to the Rothchild fortune. He said, I'm going to be in Austin, and I'd love to talk with you about some of the stuff I've been doing, as well as my thoughts on the murder of the insurance CEO, Brian. And so with us today, we have Donny Rothschild. I can't tell you how many times a week people request that he returns to the show. Before we jump into this episode, I want to play this incredible music video from an album he released a few months ago. The song is If You Want to Know.
If you want to know the real name of the game, no, we'll tell you plainly, you don't have to ask again. Most of you are dumb, confused and delayed, and you tend to get violent when things don't go your way. We've tried to teach you a better way to be, but when we send our teachers, you nail them up on trees. So now we must subdue you, keep your population down, because if we let you run amok, all of us will drown. Sleep, sleep, just go back to sleep. You aren't here for long, and nothing you can keep. So go about your daily life, be a good husband, be a good wife. Be a good husband, be a good wife. Be a good father, be a good mom. Please don't make us use the phone. The format will reset things, and maybe that's okay. We're giving you one more chance before we wash away all of you peasants, replace you with machines. So take this chance for what it is. Go to sleep and have good dreams. Oh yeah, have good dreams. Oh yeah, time to dream. Hush, little babies, it's time to dream.
Wow, Donny, welcome back to the show.
Thank you for having me, Duncan.
It's
good
so
to be
good to
here.
see you in person, man.
Good to see you, man.
Wow. So, you know, when you came on the show, first of all, I love that song.
Thank you.
I mean, my kids love it, man. They're always in the car. We play if the baby's crying and the baby calms down. Beautiful song. So how did it go with the album? I'd love to hear what's life like after making a hit album.
So we're kind of scratching the whole music thing because yeah, man. So as you could tell, that message is beautiful.
Yes.
You get because you listen. You're a deep diver.
Yeah.
You don't just listen to the beats. You don't listen. You listen to the lyrics. You listen
the
to the
rhymes.
words and the rhymes and the message.
Yeah.
But I realized when I try to play it at festivals,
Yeah.
most people are just on Molly trying to grind.
Right.
Trying to grind, you know, their penis is hard, and they're trying to find a nice wet hole.
It's erotic
to put it in.
Festivals are erotic.
That is true. So I'm changing my gear a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm using a different form of art. I still love music, and
Yes.
I'm still doing that on the side, but I'm going into filmmaking. That's why I'm actually here in Austin.
Wow.
Yeah.
No kidding,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You know, honestly, clearly you're very talented.
Thank you, man.
And you're a hard worker.
I know.
One of the things that I think is out there, especially right now, is that, someone who is born into wealth, people think, they call you trust fund kids. They say you don't work hard. They say that, this is maybe one of the things that's really wrong with the world is that, all the wealth has been sort of captured by small groups of people who then pass that on to their children.
Yeah.
And that it doesn't really get dispersed out into the world, that this is essentially a new form of in monarchy, that you're not really a trust fund kid, you're a prince. There's still kings, there's still queens, you're a prince. And, I'm sure you catch a lot of heat for that, but I think that music video and the album really shows that this is not true. This is an unfair stereotype. And on behalf of humanity, I want to apologize to you, the wealthy.
I just want to say, because the reason I'm here in Austin is I'm working on a reality TV show called, it's called Hopeful Homeless. It's like a Jersey Shore meets like the homeless.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to find fun cast of characters to put together. And just hanging out with them, I realized how much like better their life is almost sometimes to mine.
Really? Now I wouldn't think that. When I'm looking around and I see people, intense, blasted, high as a kite. In L.A., this dude filled up a bucket with his own diarrhea and poured it on a woman's head. And I just kind of see that, and I feel like this is like watching people get ground up in the gears of capitalism.
But Duncan, this is where I disagree. What you said, being high in a tent. Oh, so you're just camping all the time?
Right, okay.
I wish I could just camp all the time. Duncan, when you are from a family like mine, you're always on a schedule,
Right.
Wake up at 7 a.m.,
Really?
I gotta drink my coffee. I gotta get in the chopper. I gotta go fly somewhere to meet with some buddies and think of ideas. I'm always working to help society. Fuck it, these guys out here, they get to wake up and they're like, what am I gonna do today?
Right.
What am I? This kind of cool. You're
free.
You're free.
You're right. Okay, so now
I'm trapped.
I will say this.
I'm trapped, man.
When I was like trying to learn parkour, which is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah.
By the way, I was in Paris, and I met this beautiful woman. She did parkour, and she was like, "I will give you a blowjob if you can make it across this rooftop."
Yep.
And I said, I don't think I could do that, but I was so horny, and she made it seem so easy. And so I tried, I failed, I fell 2 stories, broke my back, and ended up in a chopper getting medevaced. Now, on the way to the hospital, the paramedic said, she does that to like tourists, right? Like she just gets horny Americans to
offers
try
blowjobs.
parkour, and this week, you're the 4th American we've had to medevac from this exact spot. They never caught her, but what I meant to say is the chopper ride was not just because my back was broken and my spleen was ruptured. It's not pleasant. Choppers are like, it's not like an airplane.
It's not fun, man. It's just, imagine it's 8 a.m. and all you hear is ta 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 ta. You know, I'm still hungover from the night before. I've been I was dancing.
Yep.
Especially my past year, just going to nightclubs, trying to spread my message through music.
Yep.
You know, I'm just dancing on drugs, you know, coke, Molly, fucking Vicodin, everything.
Everything.
And then I have to wake up and I hear ta 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 ta. It makes you go crazy, man.
Nightmare.
It makes you go crazy.
And then
you know,
that's the space that you're supposed to creatively get. You know, how do you make that high level art that you've been putting out there if you're like hungover and just took a nauseating chopper? Where do you guys work?
All over. So I got a place in New York City.
Cool.
I got a place in LA, you know, entertainment, you know, LA.
This episode of the DTFH has been supported by OG Products USA. OG Products USA is a line of natural, tallow-based skincare products offering a healthy alternative to toxic creams and lotions. Our seed oil-free sunscreen, skin moisturizers, pain relief topicals, and sensitive skin treatments are patent pending, and people are making the switch every day. Most skincare products are filled with forever chemicals, dyes, fragrances, alcohols, and water, damaging, nutrient poor, and flat out robbing you by adding water. OG Products USA are 100% concentrated for maximum benefits, always packaged in glass to preserve freshness, safe for all ages, and made with grass-fed tallow, beeswax, full-spectrum CBD, non-nano food-grade zinc, and MCT coconut oil, and they passed the Aaron Trussell test. Let me tell you, my wife is up to date on everything that these monsters are putting in the stuff we put on our body. I am not up to date at all. I like to put on things that have poisons in them, and if not for my darling wife, I would still be doing that, but she has red-pilled me regarding what appears to be an intentional campaign by lotion makers to fuck us up. I love OG Products USA. I do not advertise things that I don't use. They sent me a wonderful box of this incredible cream. It's the best. They even have sunscreen. It gets the D. Trussell seal of approval. Ready to transform your skin? Visit ogproductsusa.com and use promo code Duncan for 10% off your orders, plus free shipping. You can reuse and share that code with friends and family too. OG Products USA, because your and your family's skin deserves the OG best. This stuff is good. Help them out. Not everybody's trying to not destroy your mind, body, and soul with their weird chemical crap disguised as health. Thank you, OG Products.
I got a place in Montana because I love the mountains.
Yeah, me too.
I got a place in Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be my hub. I think
Yeah.
we're gonna fix it up and we're gonna name it Detroit / Rothschilds / Rothchild City.
Come on.
It's gonna be our my family city. We're gonna revamp it. It's gonna be very cool.
What about the Rothchild?
Ooh, I like that. Duncan.
Yeah,
Can I have that?
Yeah, it's yours.
Okay, thank you,
The
man.
slash kind of fucks it. I mean, you got to combine things. The slash is
The Rothschild. Welcome to the
Detroit
Rothchild.
Child.
Detroit Child
Yeah.
International Airport.
Rothtroit?
Rothtroit is badass.
Yeah.
Because we have Eminem there. You know, we're going to have him make a theme song.
Yeah.
So I'm just buying, and then I got some overseas places,
So the theme song is for your documentary. Now, I love the reality show, but when we talked via Telegram, which is really weird to me. I don't mean the app. I mean, why do you use telegrams?
People don't need to know what I'm thinking.
Right. And
there are people there. The thing is, there are people out there that want to hijack my ideas and they want to, say, oh, he's a liar, he's crazy. I know when you know what I mean? So that's why I Telegram.
It's
I know
weird. It was hard to find a Telegram place these days.
It's hard, but,
I had to go to an old train station. There's a little old man with a, pipe.
But doesn't it feel good that only me, you, and that old man know the information I gave you?
Which is fucking weird.
So if
because
you know if
I
it
went
came
the
out-
next day to see if you sent another telegram, and they said the old man fell in front of a train.
He's dead?
He got run over by a train.
That's sad. Normal thing to happen to a human.
Not really.
To fall.
He'd worked there for 30 years.
Yeah, but he probably, maybe there was a banana or something.
There was only one train that day.
Maybe a banana fucking
His
fell.
office, the telegram office, was far away from the tracks.
Yeah, but have you seen cartoons, right? Bananas will slip and you'll start walking crazy, and then he probably fell. It's fine.
There's a big fence between his office and the track.
He definitely didn't get pushed. He fell.
Why would you think he got pushed?
Why did you bring it up?
I didn't. Look, a little stoned. Maybe I'm just being paranoid.
You're crazy, man.
So I'm really interested. Obviously, when I read your telegram, it really spiked my interest because, all of us have been really fascinated, maybe a little anxious about the incursion of unknown drones flying over New Jersey. And in the telegram, you said that you've got some information about what those drones actually are.
Yeah.
And so what are they? And can you talk about it?
Don't you think it's funny after one of, let's say, quote unquote, normal people decided to kill a friend of ours, a CEO of a healthcare company?
Right.
A man that wants to.
That was your friend?
Yeah, a buddy of mine, to be fair. A buddy who just
I'm sorry for your loss.
wanted to help sick people.
Right.
And yeah, did he say no to some sick people? It's yeah, but you were really sick.
Right.
We help the moderate sick.
Well, wait,
you can't be really sick and want more help. You gotta come a little.
I thought the point of health insurance is that when you get really, really sick.
No, it's to get if you're medium sick. Don't you think it's a little selfish, the idea of, oh, I'm really, really sick. Can you do everything for me? Why didn't you come earlier when you were just kind of sick?
Okay, well, let me play devil's advocate. Okay, I've been paying a health insurance premium for years, relatively healthy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then, often happens to humans, something happens. Parkour accident, by the way. Do you know how much I owe for that?
How much?
Nothing, because in France, it's socialized healthcare.
Yeah.
So nothing. I think it was $100.
$100, yeah.
Couple $100 or whatever.
Yeah, but also you'd have to live in France.
Well, no, that's the problem is because all the follow-up surgeries, 15 follow-up surgeries, I am $720 million in medical debt right now because my insurance company said that, for the repairing my spleen, they said that is an unnecessary surgery. A lot of people go around with a busted spleen.
You don't need it.
I need the spleen.
No, you need a spleen. It's like when you're walking around with a black eye. You can still see. Yeah, maybe, maybe it just doesn't look good. That's what's wrong with your spleen. It just doesn't look good, but it still works.
It's not just that. I mean, it's because of my ruptured spleen, I can't achieve an erection. My pee is kind of like a mucusy drizzle.
And Duncan, again, I love you, and that's why I'm here.
Thank you.
But again, you were learning parkour.
Yes.
You knew you couldn't jump over to the other building. A little horny French lady goes, bee, 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 jump over there.
Yeah.
You knew you couldn't do it.
Right.
You did it. It's on you.
Consequence.
Man. It's on you. It's consequence. That's my thing is
right.
All these people just want from their healthcare providers.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever ask them, how can we help you?
When you put it that way.
It's always, dude, and I'm sorry I'm getting mad.
It's okay.
It's been a tough few weeks, man. Just watching this Luigi guy. Oh, look how hot
Handsome.
Luigi. Go fuck Luigi.
Threw his life away, basically, for activism. I mean, it's
activism for.
I mean, I'm not. That's what people are saying. People are calling it People are saying if we do protests according to the way they tell us to protest, that's not really a protest.
And can I tell you this? And this might be extreme, but I feel this way. I genuinely feel this way. What Luigi did is the worst thing to happen in New York City since 9/11. It might be worse. It might be worse. I get it. 3,000 people died during 9/11, but Brian Thompson, man, he had the heart of 3,000 people.
I mean, he's probably responsible for not giving medical care to people, at least 3,000 people with heart problems.
Oh, and now that he's gone, do you think more people are going to get help? His phone's just been ringing off the hook.
Right.
You know what? Okay, so after he died, me and some of his friends, we got together. We had the funeral, then we went to dinner to Chili's afterwards. We loved
Chili's?
Brian loved Chili's, man. The triple dipper, we got the triple dipper. We got the little burger. They're burgers, but they're small. It's cute as hell. And afterwards, for fun, we went back to his office, and we declined a couple of claims in his name, just to, as a team bonding, just to remember Brian.
Right.
Some lady's like, oh, I got cancer, stage 4. It's like, it's already done, denied. Go away.
I haven't really looked at it from this thing. Honestly, I don't think that the answer is violence in any situation. But I feel like kind of what you're okay. Like I love Carl Sagan, and I saw a great documentary he did about black holes. And when you look at the black hole, it's devouring stars.
Yep.
I mean, does the star have health insurance? Is it sending a letter to a health insurance agency saying, hey, I'm about to get sucked into a black hole. Is there anything you do to help? So I guess kind of your view is...
Do dogs ever ask for health care? No.
Well, no. I mean, not really.
No, we purposely send them to the doctor. They don't want to go.
Right.
And what I'm saying is...
They don't want baths.
Americans need to act more like dogs.
Yeah.
You live and you die.
Right.
You play fetch a little bit in between,
Yeah.
You get fed, and then you die. Sometimes it's just time to go.
Don't you kind of feel like, this attitude that you have isn't maybe going over so well?
It's just
with
because
the
people
majority
don't get it. They don't understand yet, man.
Understand what?
They just don't understand the true meaning of life is like when you are just a normie, your purpose in this life is to be born.
Yes.
To have fun in your teenage years,
Sure.
You finger a girl, you get a kiss under the bleachers, you try a few drugs, and then if you're healthy, you go to war for our country.
Okay.
You come back.
But there's no big war right now.
Oh, there will be. I mean, sorry. Can we just when you edit this, cut it, please. There might be.
This episode of the DTFH is supported by Blue Chew. Now, I have been using Blue Chew for a very long time, and the best promotion I can give for this incredible product is last night, my darling wife said, well, look, when you're married, you schedule sex. If you're not doing that, you should. Sometimes it happens spontaneously, but sometimes you got to put it on the books, man. And she's like, tonight you take a Blue Chew. And I said, well, I'm not going to take a Blue Chew tonight because I don't want to wake up in the morning, not just with morning wood, but with morning petrified tree. Morning, I gotta pee, but a Medusa looked at my manhood and turned it to just an impenetrable stone column, essentially a dam holding back the bladder full of urine I'm trying to release. I don't think I could promote it in any better way than that. I mean, it works, it's incredible, and it's easy. They send it in discreet packages if you have some kind of weird hang up and you don't want to let people know that you absolutely embrace one of the great gifts from the tree of science, a little apple, a little blue chewable apple that fell from the tree of science for you to enjoy. Blue Chew is the original brand offering chewable tablets. These erection-enhancing tablets help men achieve stronger, harder, and longer-lasting erections for sexual activities. Make life easier by getting harder, and discover your options at BlueChew.com. We've got a special deal for our listeners. Try your first month of Blue Chew free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information. And I thank Blue Chew for sponsoring the podcast.
We'll use that take. There might be. Don't use the
Yeah, you never know.
There never know.
Okay.
And you go to war, and then you come home and you work at a job.
Right.
You meet a woman. You're like, she's all right. She's cool. She's all right.
Yep.
And then you die, and you did the American dream. You lived it.
Well, I mean, okay, but the problem with that is right now,
You lived a good life.
Listen, let me push back a little bit. Because of inflation right now, and there isn't, money doesn't go as far as it used to.
Yeah.
So, people used to, on a middle class income, be able to buy a house and, have a relatively good life. But now that same amount of money is barely enough to rent an apartment.
Yeah, but we did that on purpose, man. We realized you have a home, right?
I do. I mean,
Isn't
it
it like stressful? Like, your wife comes in the room, you're hanging out, and
You
she's
bought the house for me. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm gonna full disclosure because people are gonna find that out.
yeah. But I know I bought
So it's not the same.
because it's just tough. Because then you're like, oh, the roof is broken. Now you have to call a guy. It's better to rent. Everybody should rent.
But
And
you gave me a house.
yeah, because I'll take care of you. And the thing is,
You guys do take good care of me.
that's what I'm saying. I take care of you.
Yep.
And the cool thing is when your roof is broken, guess what? Old Don comes in, fixes the roof.
Yeah.
And and it's like, and if you act up, it's like maybe it's gonna take a little longer to fix the roof.
I did notice. I don't know. I went on a podcast. I think I was saying something that you misunderstood.
What was it again?
I don't know. I think I was yapping about how I don't know. Like maybe human beings shouldn't lean on the state for happiness, but rather we should find a way to connect with our neighbors because that's it. And right after that, a water pipe burst.
I remember you saying that, and I was watching it, and I go, if Duncan is the best comedian, this is a bit.
It was a joke.
That is so funny. The idea of your neighbor knows better than the
I was
state.
joking. It was like I was just trying to do a funny joke, and I'm sorry I said that, and I would like to apologize to to your family and to your friends that was me trying to do a little bit of edgy comedy, which is our job.
I explained it to my
And
friends.
I'm very sorry, and I hope that they understand that I meant them no harm, and that I'm really happy that we have this kind of alignment. I'm really curious about that, by the way. Something like occurred to me that maybe I'm not the only person with a podcast or whatever that has the patronage, I guess you would say, of a powerful family. How many other influencers, podcasters, folks like that do you
Do we
support?
We support. I support them all, man. I support. What is it? I support Rogan.
Yeah.
That's mine. I support. Fox, the legacy media. We've always Fox News. Mine. That's been ours for a while.
Are you kidding?
Yeah.
I thought that was the Murdoch family.
No. We hang out. It switches depending on how the golf game that year goes.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. So if if I got my good stroke on it, like in 2023, it belonged to the Murdochs. We won it back 2024, and I think we're gonna keep it for 2025. It just swings back and forth.
Okay, now this is something I've always wondered because sometimes like I will watch. I actually switch back and forth between Fox and MSNBC because both of them kind of seem like some form of propaganda. It's like basically, though they disagree on certain issues, it seems like they all align when it comes to upholding the current conceptualization of the way the federal government works, or that we need that without the state, humanity would fall apart. And so I'm just curious, like, how does that work? So you send like a telegram to them about what talking points they should, how does that work?
So you know how news used to be about information?
Yeah.
Boring.
Very.
That sucks.
You couldn't see the news anchor's feet.
So what we realized was, what is fun? What is fun? It is when you're hanging out with your bros.
Love it.
And you're all agreeing.
Love it.
You know when you go out with like 3 or 4 friends?
Yes.
And like 3 of them are on the same page, and then there's that one asshole that's like, actually, you don't want that.
Nope.
You just want to go out with the boys.
Have fun.
Have fun. So we decided, why don't we do that with news? Who cares if it's right? What is... yeah. It's all about hanging out with the people you know.
Right.
Because when I go home, I don't want to turn on the news and some guy's like, actually, this is bad. No, I want to go in with my belief system, say that I'm right, because guess what? Now I feel more confident.
You know what I'd love?
If I think I'm always right, I'm more confident.
Well, it makes you feel safe.
Makes you feel safe. It's not even about that. I care about the confidence.
Right.
The confidence.
It's all about confidence.
I'm
the man.
I'm the man.
You know, I would, not to go back to the feet thing, but just because of, like, I guess you guys are kind of like deciding wardrobe and stuff. It would be it'd be cool if like more high heels.
Oh, they're coming back.
Okay.
We're gonna start. We're working right now to try to do after midnight topless news.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, we're working with Riley Reid, porn star Riley Reid.
She's been on the show.
We're gonna get
very talented.
We're gonna get a couple of porn stars do topless news, you know, and people are like, aren't you worried like you're gonna be talking about subjects like what's happening in Israel and Palestine, and they're gonna show footage of war? Do you really want them to be topless? Yeah.
But does it even, like, you know, since we are sort of talking about, like, what does it matter, what's real, what's not real, why even cover any of that stuff anyway? Don't you think you guys just sort of, like, slide in a whole new reality that doesn't even match what's happening in the world? I mean, most Americans can't afford to really travel right now, so it's not like people know what's happening overseas. Have you ever considered just inserting a completely fake reality?
No, I think the reason we show war, we want to show war is just to remind Americans what we're capable of.
Right.
Hey, I get it. A cheeseburger's a few bucks more.
Right. Right.
But let's be quiet.
No, I see what you're saying.
Well, let's remember what we're capable of.
Right.
Am I saying...
You're basically like...
Am I saying we're bullying them? To some, yeah. To some that might say, yeah, we're bullying.
Kind of seems like a threat.
Or a threat? Sure.
Right.
But I feel like you become stronger when you're threatened. Because I remember my father growing up.
Making us stronger.
Yeah, my father growing up, he just said, I have so many other children. He goes, I could drown your ass and no one would care.
Right.
Because no one would care. You know what I did that year?
What?
That year, I took a lot of money from my dad's bank account.
Yeah.
Hired some very, very smart people, and we made the Motorola Razr.
You know what? Okay. I see what you're saying.
So his threat saying, he goes, if you don't get your shit together, I will drown you in a tub.
Right.
I will, and no one will care. I was scared.
I mean, for a second, it kind of feels like you're saying that to all of us.
Not exactly.
Now let's get back to these drones.
Not exactly, Duncan. I'm not going to drown every American.
Right.
That would be a lot of time. That would
Right.
take a lot of time.
I mean, so the over New Jersey, a lot of these unidentified drones. Now, you know, a few things are really interesting to me regarding this phenomenon. Mm-hmm. Number one, it showed up everywhere on the news. Everybody was talking about it. I know people who live in New Jersey are seeing these drones, and it seemed like the federal government and everyone was talking about it.
Yep.
Now, I think the drones are still there.
Yeah, we're hanging out.
But now, it's not really on the news anymore. No one's...
Again, it's going back to that threat thing. Isn't it funny how after Brian Thompson died, the drone showed up? We're watching you, man. We took the gas pedal off. After COVID, we were like, hey, I think America's healing again. Everything's going good. And then you killed one of ours, so we're just watching out.
You know what? Maybe we should cut to a maybe we should just cut to a quick break. This episode of the DTFH has been supported by BetterHelp. What do you want your 2025 story to be? You know, that's the incredible thing. Anytime a new year appears, even though it is an imaginary line drawn in the sand of infinity, it still gives you the impression that there's a year ahead of you, which there definitely is on one level, on the human level, the earth realm level. You've got a year ahead of you. What do you want this year to be? You want this to be a year of social anxiety. You want this to be a year of feeling like you've been punched in the gut when somebody invites you out for coffee. You want this to be a year of dreading interacting with other human beings, a year of waking up in the middle of the night regretting something you did when you were a kid? Or can this year be a year of alchemizing all that pain, of transforming that psychological lead into gold, of becoming the magician in the tarot deck, which is the card just after the fool? Someone who aligns their energies, someone who turns and faces the dragon in the eyes. Listen, if you're going to face a dragon, sure, go running into the cave, face the dragon. But sometimes it's nice to have a companion along the way, and that's what a great therapist is. Therapy changed my life. I say this in every therapy changed my life. I say this in every BetterHelp commercial because it's true. I'm not embarrassed about the fact that I have a meat computer that encodes memories and distorts reality from time to time called my brain. And so do you. And there's, to me, a lot of courage in at least trying therapy out. See if it works for you. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient. Serving over 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easily switch therapists anytime at no extra cost. Write your own story with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Duncan to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Duncan. No, I promise you, I will not say anything again. I swear to you, I'm so sorry.
It's been kind of fucked up.
I'm sorry.
You invited me here.
You're here.
You fucking, I had to fucking push that old guy on the fucking tracks because he was a big fan and he was talking to his friends like, oh, Duncan, it's okay. And he just spat he talked too much.
Listen, I just want my family to be safe. I will fucking do whatever you guys want. I'm not going to.
Let's go a little softball for the rest of the fucking
I'm sorry.
interview.
I'm just trying to make it seem.
I love you, Duncan. I love you
too,
but
man.
it's like this. You're pushing the fucking buttons, man.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Donny.
I'm an artist, man.
Are we rolling?
Rolling.
And we're back with Donny Rothschild.
Man, that was a good break. Just laughing.
Yeah.
This guy is so funny. This guy is so funny.
Thank you so much. You're awesome, man. You know, look, I know you don't have a lot of time. I know you're out here doing film stuff and things like that. But I number one, I just want to say how I love being your friend. And I really hope people out there do hear your message and understand that, you know, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're black, white, green, red, orange, rich.
Well, if you're green, I don't like you. I don't trust you. I've never get out of here.
Stand up, man.
Yeah, thank you,
that
man.
could be a gag.
Thank you.
But you know,
but I mean it. Yeah, if you're green, don't fucking talk to me.
if you're human,
you
know what? And if you're human and you happen to have all the money, almost all the money in the world, that does not give anyone the right to not love you, not be cool to you, certainly to perpetrate any kind of violence, subversive or overt. And
do you want to hear something?
Hold on one sec. And also, it's a really good idea for Americans to spend more time at work, and we need to get back into the office.
You get it.
Let's talk about that. This I love the what's it called? Come on home. This new
it's called Come on home is kind of like the PC kind of, but like the real message is get your ass back in that office.
Yeah, because it's so fun.
Because we've realized everybody's been like kind of chilling the past few years, so we're gonna ramp it up a little bit. Instead of 40-hour work weeks, we're ramping it up to 55 hours.
Love it. I mean, and that to me is like, I love the thing you explained to me about how time. What is time anyway? What is a week? Why not add another day to the week?
And what I'm thinking is like, the biggest pushback we get is people are like, yeah, but that's less time with my kids. Think about it this way.
Okay.
That's more time your kids are gonna miss you.
Yeah, that's great when your kids miss you.
You know, when your kids miss you and
they
go,
appreciate
Daddy's
you.
home.
Yeah, I love
You're
that
gonna
feeling.
get that times 3.
I love that feeling. And boy, Donnie, I just love everything you guys are doing. And I fully support you. I fully support your family and friends of your family. And I hope that we stay friends for a very, very long time and that you know how much I love you.
I love it. Do you want to hear something fun?
Yeah.
This little inside baseball. We might have to cut it. We might, but I think.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, the past election.
Yeah.
How Kamala didn't win.
Yeah.
So, people are wondering, like, why did they put Kamala in place?
Yeah,
Right?
I was curious about that.
It was you know how I talked about how when we golf, we switch off like who owns Fox, Murdoch.
Yeah.
So, me and the boys were like, we had a couple.
Yep.
And we were just talking like, isn't it crazy that we got that old guy into the White House? Isn't it crazy we got the... He's like, he doesn't even know what the heck he's saying half the time.
Yeah.
Isn't it wild? And we got a little cocky.
Yeah.
We're like, what if we put a woman in the White House?
Yeah.
So my buddy was like, what if... Are you thinking Hillary again? I go, what if we pick someone even more unlikable?
Right.
And so we were chatting. We called her up, and we're like, "Hey, Kamala, hey." This is how I go, "Hey, bitch," and she's like, "What's up?" And I was like, "What if you ran for president?" And she goes, "You know, America doesn't really like me." And we're like, "No, I think we can get you the win."
Yeah.
Turns out we could.
Yeah.
So I just want to apologize. That's on us. That's our bad.
I mean, I'm surprised you're just coming out with that. I did just notice, though, why don't we take a look at that tattoo on your arm? Is there a way you could show that tattoo to the camera?
The eye?
The kind of all-seeing...
Yeah, the all-seeing eye?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's, again, we're watching.
All right. Well, that was Donny Rothschild, everybody. And make sure to keep your eye out for his upcoming reality show and documentaries, and make sure that you realize that nobody's trying to hurt you. We want you to be able to live your life, and it's great to be an American, and it's something that you should not take for granted. Just keep doing what you've been doing, as long as what you've been doing doesn't cause too much disruption in the system. You should trust us. All right. Well, thank you, Donnie.
Thank you, man. Good to see you. Love you.
Love you too. Was that okay?
That was great, man. Just next time, it's fucking, if you're going to ask any kind of questions like that,
I'm sorry, man.
Just fucking run it by me.
Should we cut the Kamala?
No,
I don't think you can say that.
The thing is, I'll probably put it out, and if I get a little backlash, we could cut it.
It's kind of, I mean, you guys
It's
seem
kinda
like you're
it's
getting
kind
really
of-
comfortable with just saying what's actually.
Yeah, it's funny, though. Isn't it funny, the idea that we actually fucking put her in play? She's so unlikable. And we thought...
I know, but...
But you know when you make like a bad bet, you're like, oh, the New York Jets are going to fucking...
You just
they're
don't,
gonna
you're not
win
scared
the
of us.
Super Bowl.
You don't care about, you're not scared of people doing anything anymore, are you? You just...
But not anymore. We got drones, dude. We got drones, you know, we got Israel.
All right. Well, okay, man. Can you please just turn the power back on at my house?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
great. All right, man. Thank you.
Thank you.